Hi everyone, I'm Ghost Pasala and welcome back to another video. And this is a good one because I recently hit 30 subscribers, so that's great, which is good progress because I've been stuck in 20 subscribers for ages. And also, yeah, this is a good one because it's the first FIFA 19 sort of preview video that I'm doing so far this year, so it will hopefully be one of the series in terms of a FIFA 19 preview sort of thing. So yeah, also someone's last video I did, someone suggested that I should do GeoGuessr. I'm not sure whether I should be doing more gameplay. I'm trying to just keep the gameplay to a low minimum at the moment, just Road To Hokkaido, because I find that non-gameplay videos do better and also they're more fun to make really. So I'm going to try and just stick and avoid the gameplay for a bit, and then I might come back to it later. But yeah, I'm not going to do gameplay for a while unless it's Road To Hokkaido, and even then I probably won't do much of that anyway. Also check out Road To Hokkaido if you're new. But yeah, into the video. I probably just put you off all my talking there. Top 5 new leagues that should be added to FIFA 19. So these can be any leagues, and leagues that are not in FIFA that should be added for FIFA 19. But anyway, let's get into the list quickly because I've been talking for too long. And first up at number 5 we have the Indian Super League. And you may be wondering, well, the Indian League, what is that? Like, India isn't well known for football. Well, this is a very recent league that's just been created, and it's a very good one as well. It's growing very quickly. The fact that I've heard of the India star player who plays in this league, the fact I've heard of him, it's very rare to have heard of a player who plays in such an uncommon league as this, and that just shows how well their publicity is doing. So if FIFA put this league in their game, I think it would be really cool it would help the league grow a lot, because if you're an Ultimate Team you're going to use all the special players that are given. I think it would really help the league grow, and it would be great for FIFA to do that. And also the market that they get would probably be the biggest that they could get if they put the Indian Super League in the game. And I think it would be a cool league because it is growing quickly, and in a few years we'll see it being at the same level as the K League and the J League. Also there's quite a few old players who have gone to this league. Old Spanish player Coro has gone here. He used to be like a sort of mid-tier Spanish player, and David James moved to the Indian Super League, I believe, a few years ago, just for like one season. And as in terms of what level this league would be in on FIFA, it would be in the same sort of rating range as the Irish Airtricity League in FIFA. So not too good, but about the same level as the Irish League. But of course it would improve if they included it in further FIFAs. And next up we have the only league I wasn't sure about putting on a list, the UAE Pro League. But the quality of the players who moved to this league kind of changed what I thought about it. So a lot of good players have recently gone to this league, such as AZERBAIJAN. He's moved away from the league, but I believe he's the league's all-time top scorer, if I'm sure, or he's close. He's like the first or second in there, and that's very good for him, of course. But of course he's a World Cup quarter-finalist, and he's playing in this league, where he was playing in this league, and he played in it during his prime, which just shows how good this league is, or how much money it has, but how good, you know what I mean, how much quality this league has. Also, for a more recent current player who's plays in this league, we have Marcus Berg. Of course, he's another World Cup quarter-finalist, and he was the top scorer in the league last season. I believe this is also a growing league. Of course, AZERBAIJAN and Marcus Berg will just encourage more players to go to this league. And, of course, the United Arab Emirates players will also... People who live in the United Arab Emirates will also be attracted by this league being in the game. And as for the level that this league would be on, I say it would be on the same level as the Polish league. But it would be fun if they added more Asian leagues in general, just because then they could do sort of like an Asian Cup thing in career mode. I think that would be quite fun. Continuing with the... Oh no, not continuing with the Asian theme. This country is in Europe, despite the fact that it's really in Asia. We have the Azerbaijan Premier League, and of course you've probably heard of a club from this league, which is why I chose it really, Karabag. And of course they were in the Champions League, and FIFA have the Champions League this year, so I'd be very surprised if at least Karabag weren't added, and if not Karabag, the whole league should be added. It's not a very big league, there's only like 8 clubs in the league anyway, so what's the harm in doing it? It's only 8 clubs who need licensing. Of course, Karabag didn't play too well in the Champions League, but Azerbaijan, as with the other leagues that I've mentioned in this list, it is definitely an up-and-coming league. Of course, they sponsored, the whole country sponsored not AC Milan, Atletico Madrid a few years ago. So it just shows how much they're trying to improve their brand, and I think FIFA would be great to get this league. And it's definitely an up-and-coming one. But in terms of players who play in this league, we have Tariq El Yunusi. That is the Norwegian El Yunusi, but I have heard of him before this. I think he played for 1860 Munich. It's quite an obscure player, but he doesn't play there anymore. And we have a French guy called Dabo who used to play in League 2. So this isn't too much of a quality league, but it's getting up, it's going higher, and it's probably because it doesn't have quite the money yet, but it will get it soon, I'm sure. And it's probably on the same level as the Allsvenskan, the Swedish league, if it was added to FIFA. And at second place, I mean, the first two picks are quite obvious, to be honest. We have the Chinese Super League, and of course we all know the controversy about the Chinese Super League, but you've got to get money in order to build a good league, but FIFA really do need this one. Look at the calibre of players who've gone there. Like, just in the last season, they've managed to take quality players such as Yannick Carrasco and Paulinho off of La Liga's best clubs, which, I mean, is just crazy if you think about it. Carrasco being very young as well, and Paulinho was only at Barcelona for one season before he went back to Guangzhou Evergrande. Also players like, I mean, the list just goes on and on. Hulk, Oscar, Axel Witsel, Giovanni Moreno, quality players that could easily play for top clubs in Europe, and they've moved to the Chinese league. I think EA might have problems with licensing this league, because I think it would have been added before, but they should add it, really. And if there's no problems, I don't see why they wouldn't add it. Maybe it's a bit unrealistic, this league being added, but anyway, I hope it is. I think it would be really cool. And yeah, it's another Asian league. Continuing with the theme, a lot of Asian leagues are up and coming very soon. Oh no, okay, I'll honourable mentions at the end. Okay, honourable mentions now. Honourable mentions go to the South African League, which doesn't have all the teams in FIFA, the Greek League, which also is good, and to be honest, the Ukrainian League. I would have put the Ukrainian League in if I hadn't forgot about it, so there you go. But yeah, you can't change it now. I can't remove the top spot, with the top league going to the Campeonato Brasileiro Serie A. Now, this league has big problems in terms of its licensing. It's almost certainly not going to be in FIFA 19, but imagine if it was. Think about all the great players who Brazil have got and who will come through, and like, this league would just be so much so good quality, and it would be so fun to play with. And also, all the special cards you get will be amazing if we could get this in Ultimate Team. And in the Brazilian League, I'm just going to call it that for time reasons. We have, of course, Nene, the player. He's quite old now. I think he's like 37, but he's a prestigious player who is one of the top scorers this season in the Brazilian League, who played for PSG, Espanyol, and various other clubs. And of course, he is a true legend for some people who are fans of those clubs, and it'd be great for them to play with. Also, of course, the young player once said to be as good as Gabriel. Sorry for my Portuguese pronunciation, by the way. I'm terrible at Portuguese pronunciation. Gabriel, who used to be said as being as good as Gabriel Jesus. No, I pronounced it wrong. Move on. Gabigol or Gabriel. What's his second name? Gabriel Barbosa. There we go. Who isn't in this FIFA, but of course, him and his whole team would be in the FIFA if they added this new league. And of course, the best player in the world, who I just discovered looking at the top scorers list on Wikipedia, Mr. Yago Pikachu. That is his nickname, and what a good nickname it is. You know, he'd be added in everyone's team, and if he got an inform, everyone would probably use him, to be honest, as a right back. Also, he's a right back and he's got 5 goals this season, and he's only 25, so we could be seeing him in Europe soon anyway. But anyway, he's got a cool name, and it's one that he chose, and it's not just a random name. So yeah, hopefully he gets added into the game no matter what, if he gets a move or something like that. But anyway, of course we all know about the Brazilian League, but it will be on about on the same level as the Argentinian League. Of course, the Brazilian League will add clubs such as Santos, Fluminense, Flamengo, there's another big one, Sao Paulo, and clubs like that. And yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, hopefully I get to 40 subscribers way quicker than I got to 30. But yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, I guess I'll see you next time. Hopefully the intro wasn't too long. Also suggest new FIFA 19 content that I should do.